G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is the 76th video in my Weapon Spotlight series for Fallout 76. Yeah, that's funny, isn't it? Anyways, this video goes out to Cat, gone but not forgotten. Anyway, so this is a two-shot Fatman, a Fatman that was a unique version back in Fallout 4. It's called Big Boy. You can get it from Arturo in Diamond City. That's common knowledge at this point. Looking at this thing, it looks like the textures and everything are the same from the Fallout 4 variant, so nothing really new to look at here. So we'll just look at the damage. 461 damage, which is okay. That's unperked. That's pretty good. But interestingly, this thing is two-shot, right? So it's going to fire 2 mini-nukes at once. 461 damage. Keep that in mind if we go over to our instigating Fatman. 460 damage. And no, the weapon condition on this thing doesn't make it do more damage. Just to document whether this thing has its damage improved by being over-repaired. Nope. So quickly going over our perk chart here, we have nothing in Heavy Gunner here because Heavy Gunner does not actually increase the damage of this weapon. If I were to show this with Heavy Gunner, see, still at 461. So what we'll do with a couple of the remaining points that we aren't going to use, we're going to be using Ordnance Express to make sure those mini-nukes weigh less. They're weighing 0.6 now rather than 6 pounds each, which is more manageable, yes. Bandolier, that's just there because we're carrying bullets. Lock and Load will help us reload this faster. We've also got something in luck to help us out with that a little bit. Slugger is to go with Martial Artist so we can have a Super Sledge of the bloodied variety as a backup weapon. Bare Arms is there just to keep the whole weight down. Sure, I could probably get something like, I don't know, Incisor up to rank 3, but 1, I'm too lazy, and 2, I'm chockers full of weapons at the moment, so I kind of need that, even though I did sort of say that those weight things weren't, you know, really worth it for a combat build. That's not going to affect our damage in a negative way anyway. And Intelligence will chuck on Demo Expert all the way up to rank 5. And of course, going over to Bloody Mess for luck. Quick Hands is going to be useful. We only get one shot of this per mag, I suppose. So getting an extra 18% chance to reload that thing instantly is going to be great for if we need lots of follow-up shots. Say if we don't one-shot Swan or the Milet Queen. Or maybe there's a Scorch Beast landed, which we can't take out with one single shot. We've also got Grenadier here, a bit of concentrated fire and glow sight for a bit of extra damage against glowing dudes, and that'll just help us zero in on limbs if we really want to add insult to injury. But that is basically the build there. Stabilize isn't really going to help all that much. I could probably chuck on Nerd Rage and go Bloodied myself with this, but I've already got a Bloodied Fatman. I want to save that for a little bit later, so a little bit more accuracy and power armor whilst using this thing is not going to hurt me all that much. So quickly going over attachments on this thing, I actually haven't got the Merv Launcher attachment unlocked for this. I'm not even sure if you can. Maybe you can find it on a vendor. I'm pretty sure I've seen it before in a vendor. But the standard launcher is what we're going to go with. It's going to actually give us a range so we can, you know, pull back. And it's also not bugged. The Merv Launcher is bugged. If you fire it below a certain angle, all of the projectiles will explode. And I mean all of them will explode directly under your feet, killing you instantly. The only reason where I could see a Merv launcher like this viable is maybe when the Scorch Beast Queen has landed and, you know, you can get a whole bunch of nuclear explosions around her. Just make sure you angle the thing up. We've also got paint here. There's Aviator paint, but it costs $10, so fuck that. Oh yeah, and with all those perks added, 844 damage, which is pretty solid. Compared that to an instigating Fatman, we're only getting 1 more point of damage. I don't know. Although, to come to think of it, the two-shot spread might be very high on this weapon, so we'll check that out, what it's like in power armor as compared to, you know, when using this thing outside of power armor. We might have to re-equip the weapon again. No, the stabilized perk is actually activated there. Yeah, it's a lot more manageable. It is a lobber weapon though, so hipfire accuracy probably isn't all that much useful, but whatever. When crafting Fatman shells or mini-nukes, be sure to chuck on Super Duper in luck, Ammo Smith in agility to get the best ammo per components used, and you'll find the mini-nukes just here. So adhesive, circuitry, lead, nuclear material, screws, 10 screws per 5 mini-nukes, 2 screws a nuke. I feel like there's more screws in it, but you know what? I'm not gonna complain too much. Yep, that's what it needs. And yep, I need to gather some more materials apparently. Alrighty, 1 can chime run later, let's make ourselves some mini-nukes. Ooh, I heard Super Duper going off. I think that's another 3 for me. You know what, that's probably enough. Alright, I'm just gonna go under the assumption that the two-shot effect on this is unlisted, because there's no way we're getting a single more point of damage out of this thing compared to one that's, you know, not firing two projectiles. So yes, it is the 76 run of this place, or not of this place, but run of weapons. So let's teach a little bit of history to these super mutants whilst I get myself all nice and hydrated. And history is what happened during the Great War. We're going to give them a very practical demonstration of this, so let's get started. Well, we definitely got a kill there. And yeah, splash damage is funny in this game because if they're standing behind anything that, you know, would stop a bullet, it'll stop a nuclear explosion. And we just nuked that super mutant suicider from orbit, so there you go. Huh. Did I miss there? I must have missed. No. Alright, note to self. Oh, wait, this is the thing that happens with the missile launchers as well. Sometimes the explosions don't happen when you fire them at the ground. They just fail to trigger, which is really, really fucking annoying. Good to see the old Fatman glitch happens where if you pull the trigger too fast, the things don't launch because there's a little bit of a catapult animation when you fire the thing. If you click too fast, I'll show you in a second, but if you click too fast you can make that animation reset on itself. Oh yeah, wow, this is fucking overkill, isn't it? Oh well, we're gonna keep on going regardless. I think we've nuked everything here, so let's just go ahead and hit that one. Yeah, definitely overkill. And if we run out of mini-nukes, we can always go and grab more. We'll keep on going. Also, adrenaline damage. Yes, we've probably killed about 6 things now. Yeah, 1512 with probably very major adrenal reaction. So, yeah, this thing has definitely got power behind it. Of course it's got power behind it. It's a Fatman, but anyways, see, that's what happens. If you click too fast, that happens. And I just wasted 2 mini-nukes. Yes, I did. Well, that's okay. There's plenty more where that come from, you stupid mutants. And this is much of a learning experience for me as it is for them. Oh my god, misfire. Misfire. That was a fucking perfect shot too, because I would have got all of them. There we go. If that didn't kill all of it, how did you survive that? I guess... How the fuck? No, game. Bad. Don't do this to me. Don't fucking kill the Fatman with bugs. If it's one fucking weapon that you save from the fucking buggy death that is Fallout 76, please make it the Fatman. I mean, you've already killed it, but fucking whatever. Alright, one for you. Alright, so... We've learned nothing here, have we? Yes, we can one-shot super mutant warlords with a Fatman. Who would have fucking expected that, right? But the main thing here is we taught these super mutants a lesson. I've been getting fucking sick of these guys attacking my house. I'm just sitting there across the street, and wow, mini-nukes go through those things. I guess the game treats them as bullets. That means splash damage goes through, right? Yes, it does. Yes, so whilst we haven't learned anything, we've given the super mutants a little bit of a history lesson, so there you go. Let's move on to some ghouls, I think. Some crowd control situations, so we can nuke them all at once. Okay, here's hoping for a cheeky ghoul spawn here. Oh, yep, looks like we do. Also having a look at this thing's condition. That 888 damage there. Lounsey, nice. Only Australians will understand that one. And, yep, what we'll do is we won't bash these guys, actually, because that'll take up a lot of this thing's precious condition. Yeah, this thing is very, very flimsy. You're not meant to fire many mini-nukes from it before the thing breaks on you, which is a little bit of a shame. So I guess we have to actually, you know, physically teabag these ghouls to get them up, so, you know, whatever floats the boat. If teabagging them gets them all hot... Oh, Jesus. Yeah, if teabagging them gets them all hot and bothered and ready to get nuked, who am I to judge their life choice? I mean, they're already fucking zombies anyway, so they're gonna die, so it doesn't really matter all that much. But still, we'll keep on aggroing the masses here. Just pretend it's all these guys that I've said that their build sucks and they're just mad at me, so they want to hunt me down. How dare you call out my inability to select good perks, they say, whilst having traveling pharmacy and through hiker on. That's right, I said it. What are you gonna do? You gonna summon a ghoul to kill me? Well, I've got some news for you. These ghouls are about to get nuked 6 ways to Sunday, so hopefully we can have a nice gathering of ghoulies here. We'll just play Ring Around the Rosie with them, and hopefully their pathing would allow them to catch up. Insert the Benny Hill theme here. Yes, this is an appropriate time for the Benny Hill music to happen. So I can't play it because obviously, you know, copyright infringement and all that. Oh, looks like we've got a couple more coming in here. They've dealt with the deer, so that means we'll have a full house here. And alright. For as many nukes that we used against those super mutants before, I'm glad that I can use just one of those to annihilate all of the ghouls there. I hope you all are satisfied with that as I am, and wow, you just missed out on the best fucking party of my life, which is disappointing because now I have to use another one. Or do I? I did say I had the secondary weapon, and it's not worth one mini-nuke on killing some random ass ghoul, so you can die. Okay, so that was one of the more fun runs I've done of this place, so yep. I'm really glad that I haven't been interrupted by other players too, that's helpful too, but yep. Nothing really learnt here, you can nuke ghouls and they'll die. Alright, so in the bid to not piss people off, the ghouls there were actually the vegans that were protesting in Melbourne today. I just nuked them. Now I feel better about myself. Alright, now this is the time where we get a little bit serious, because if you can take a behemoth with one strike from a two-shot Fatman, I feel like we're in safe hands with this, so I think that's about right there. Huh. I expected to do better, honestly. Well, we would have killed him there if he hadn't fucking absorbed those nukes. Oh god. Come on, game. Don't fucking pull this shit. How many fucking misfires do I have to have in a row till you fucking actually reward me with the sweet explosions that I want? There we go. It is nice, by the way, that they changed the art effects for the explosion not to fucking blind you every time an explosion goes off. I think that is a good change right there. So, yep. We would have killed Swan a lot quicker and without a lot more mini-nukes if, you know, if the server or the fucking netcode was actually up to scratch and, you know, actually placed the explosions where the nukes hit. But I guess that's just some fucking Bethesda shit that they have to deal with, eh? It happens with the missile launcher too. Not so much the grenade launcher. The grenade launcher is a little bit more reliable, which is interesting. Alright, so here's what's gonna happen here. I'm just gonna get some kills on these Mirelurks, and hopefully I don't miss. Yes. And then what's gonna happen is I'm just gonna wake up the queen and take her out, hopefully in one shot. Oh, that's fucking rattle hands. That's not good. That means we lose a lot of damage with our Fatman. Well, at least we're over 1,000. That's a rad road share. That's some free adrenaline. There's another Mirelurk queen down there. That's actually a really bad decision to go up and whack a dude like that. Where's the other one, by the way? There you are. Where the fuck did he go? Wow, I've been outwitted by a fucking crab. Jesus. Alright, well, we'll just jump over here, check our adrenaline and also our damage. 1200, 60 adrenaline. Go for a strike on you. Yeah, okay. One more stim pack, please. I see our health dwindling there. I'm not dying to the queen. Ah, that one was much more successful, interestingly enough. I think what happens here is that you get a lot more damage if you don't hit your target directly, because I did a lot more damage to that queen making the shells explode just before than I did with directly hitting Swan. So that weird thing that the explosives do in this game, it applies to this. So you know what, we have learned something after all. Isn't that nice? Let's kill a bat. Alrighty, so there's the Scorch Beast, and rather than just, you know, like, having a yeet shot up there and trying to take the Scorch Beast, you know, with the mini-nuke in the air, what I'm going to do is, well, firstly aggro everyone, and then I'm going to take him down to the ground with a little bit of that good old enforcer. So unfortunately we don't have a lot of zombies around. I think when he actually sees us he'll just conjure some, so we'll use that to increase our adrenaline. In turn we'll see what our adrenaline is like, and oh, that actually is a nice thing there. My explosive double barrel is actually doing pretty well since this thing is boosted a little bit by Demo Expert, so it's doing a little bit better than usual. Alright, so we've shot you quite a bit at this point. Unfortunately, there's no more gun zombies around for me to, you know, shoot at. Alright, here he comes. No, he doesn't. Well, that sucked. Alright, now he's finally landing, and he's lost a little bit of health from our shotgun, but we'll nuke him anyway. See, that's what the Brotherhood of Steel tried to do, right? I mean, that's the whole end game of this game. You got to nuke some bats to kill them. We're just doing it on a smaller scale here. And guess what? There's going to be... Did you survive that? Master Yoda, you survived. Surprised? Your arrogance blinds you, Master Yoda. And there's the explosive radius, by the way. I'm actually quite surprised that I, you know, haven't been killed by the explosive radius yet. Oh well. There's my baggie, by the way, all the way up there. At least no players without marsupial or a jetpack can't grab it, right? Okay, damage at 60%. This thing doing 1284. Okay, that's about as much as we were getting before, but that's without any adrenal reaction. So, you know, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Also, I was using my a double barrel shotgun of the quad variety just to scope up kills, and that quick hands thing did proc on that. So apparently, quick hands doesn't work with Fatman's. Is that like a balance thing? I don't really know. But there you have it. That was the two-shot Fatman there. Yeah, it did alright, didn't it? A couple of the bugs in the game really held it back from performing like really well, but it does the damage where it needs to. There are more efficient ways of carrying around ammo and killing stuff. You don't really need this thing in your inventory. All those perk cards, you know, make this thing or its ammo lighter. You can do just about as well with an explosive Gatling gun. So as far as this thing's place in the game, it's just a fun thing for really over-the-top stuff, and maybe if you want to cheaply kill someone in PvP, it's happened to me on several occasions, you can carry around a Fatman, and, you know, what isn't great about having this weapon, right? It's one of the most iconic Bethesda Fallout things, isn't it? But if you'd like to see this in your game, Cat, let me know. Come back to the Discord and we can chat, and I'll give it to you for free. But if she doesn't show up, I'll probably end up selling this somewhere. Thank you for watching, guys.